Bretton Woods, New Hampshire. Hats off and away to Honda. Every automaker states to be dedicated to the ever-shrinking midsize sedan market, but Honda looks like it's the only one actually doing something regarding it. While other brands keep giving us a similar 3 boxes in slightly reskinned packages, the all-new 2018 Honda Accord could be the only midsize sedan that feels genuinely all-new. My editor wants me to have straight on the driving experience, which is only dandy, I assure you, but the alterations to the Accord's physical manifestation include the big story, so let's cope with those as soon as possible. The new Honda Accord sports the identical fastback shape because Civic, and it also wears it. The grille is fussy as well as the chrome trimmed rocker panels within the touring model can be a bit silly. Nevertheless, the all-LED headlights, standard on all models, look cool and futuristic, plus the taillights are slicker than goose droppings. Besides, on the subject of design, proportion is king, along with the Accord rocks it. From any angle, this is the great-looking car. Even bigger improvements are available in the cabin. The previous Accord's ridiculous dual-screen dashboard is tossed in the dumpster, where it belongs. Replacing this is a dash which is smooth and sleek and modern. Climate controls happen to be simplified, as well as the stereo finally has freaking dials, 2 of which, even, one for volume and another for tuning, equally as God commanded to Moses. The stand-up display stereo also gets accessory buttons for common functions, and although Honda's graphical infotainment interface still trails the very best in the biz, it's improving. Though the brand new Accord is smaller for the outside, it's bigger about the inside. Thanks to an increase in wheelbase and also a bark seat that nestles deep into your C-pillar, the 2018 Accord has an absurd number of rear seat legroom, 2.5 inches, a lot more than the outgoing model, plus a decent amount of headroom thinking about the sweeping roofline. The trunk is greater as well, though with the bottom fringe of the rear window dragged thus far rearward, the opening is pretty small. It can be time for Honda to check out Buick's lead and turn the Accord in a liftback. One on the coolest details would be the semi-digital dash. The speedo around the right could be the real thing, however the center display and left side tack certainly are a 7-inch TFT screen. The tack is usually substituted with navigation, phone, audio and trip computer displays, but leaving it in rev counter mode is indeed a treat. The animation is classic era Disney movie smooth, and were it not with the fact that the speedometer needle is often a 3-dimensional object, it'd be almost impossible to tell which on the 2 gauges is real and which is really a video image. So how could be the driving experience? The answer is long, but it may be summed up in 3 words: pretty damn good. The big news for that 2018 Accord is its all-turbo engine lineup, the existing 2.4-litre 4-cylinder and 3.5-litre V6 being replaced by 1.5 and 2.0-litre turbocharged 4s. The 2.0T is basically the Civic Type R's engine detuned to 252 horsepower and 273 pounds-feet of torque, these being the very best torque figure ever used on an Accord. Turbo lag is minimal. Other sorts of 2.0Ts stumble when floored from your standstill, though the Accord's jumps away from the line, sees sharply at 2000 RPM, breaks the tires loose at 3500, and spins all the way to redline. On paper, the 2 main .0T's torque curve starts to drop off above 4000 RPM, closely mimicking the behavior of any traditional V6. In the real world, pickup is terrific. I dropped the hammer to secure an 18-wheeler on the tight 2-laner, and also by the time I pulled back into my lane, the speedo was brushing the century mark. Honda could be late towards the 2.0T party, but it really has used it as time wisely, in my opinion. This could be the first 4-cylinder turbo that's genuinely a lot better than the V6 it replaces. 2-litre Accords through an automatic gearbox get Honda's new homegrown 10-speed. A dream of your tranny that generates smooth upshifts and prompt downshifts. Sport models might be head that has a 6-speed manual, and although the shift action isn't quite as tight because outgoing Accord Sport, it's still a pleasure to roll. Honda expects about 80% of Accord buyers to opt for that 1.5-litre turbo, which produces 192 horsepower and 192 pounds-feet of torque. turbo lag is extra pronounced than that from the 2.0T, though the engine comes alive around 2,250 RPM and pulls strongly and evenly right on the rev limiter, with big torque delivered right. All tips on how to 5,000 RPM. Sport models could be had using a 6-speed manual, the identical gearbox paired for the 2.0T engine, while other 1.5-litre Accord models require a continuously variable automatic. Honda hasn't attempted to make this CVT become anything but how it is, even though purists may despise the droning engine. Note, its smooth, shift-free acceleration must be a hit while using masses. Even by far the most die-hard step tranny snob are going to be forced to acknowledge how well the CVT does its job, snapping the engine up into its torque band when power is necessary and promptly dropping it onto run silent mode once the driver eases over accelerator. Let's shift gears towards the 2018 Accord's chassis, that's also been completely reworked. The basic layout is precisely the same, with McPherson struts up front plus a multi-link setup out back. New this current year is an adaptive damper system, however it's only available within the top-of-the-line touring model, which is usually a shame. I'd wish to see it within the sport. Also new is often a dual-pinion variable ratio steering system. Out for the open road, the 2018 Accord puts it all together practically. The revised power steering method is both heavier and stiffer compared to the outgoing setup, although off-center feel and precision are fantastic. There's almost no feedback when generating mid-corner corrections. Grip and balance felt good, though I was prevented from pushing the Accord to its limits by narrow roads, blind curves, and local drivers. Suffice it to say that when you enroll in this publication's No Boring Cars mantra, there is a 2018 Accord an incredibly satisfying drive. Honda has retained the somewhat firm ride on the outgoing Accord, nonetheless it's gone using a which look for noise, slathering one's body with sound insulation and adding a third microphone on the standard fit active noise cancellation system. X, XL and Touring models even get sound-absorbing wheels. The new Accord is noticeably quieter than the previous one, though there's still a moderate quantity of road noise, particularly cars without worrying about noise-nixing wheels. Honda has gotten a big step within the safety front start by making its Honda Sensing system, which comprises a collision detection system with automatic braking, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assistance, road departure mitigation, automatic high beams, plus a backup camera, standard on all Accord models. Unfortunately, the nifty lane watch system, which mounted a wide-angle camera within the right side mirror, is fully gone. I thought this became one of the most innovative precautionary features ever developed, and I asked Honda why it got the axe. The course notes said that while journalists as I am loved it, owners were almost certainly going to switch rid of it. Honda has replaced it having a traditional blind spot warning system, though it's only offered in X, XL and Touring models. The Accord Hybrid will return on a lineup noisy. 2018. Honda's two-motor hybrid system returns. Nevertheless, the downsized battery has become small enough to share with you under-seat space using the fuel tank. That means the hybrid gets the identical 16.7 cubic foot of trunk volume as being the regular Accord, along having a 60-40 split fold rear seat. I took a quick drive within an early production version of the newest Accord Hybrid, and liked it equally as much since the current gen Accord Hybrid, in simple terms, plenty. The 2018 Honda Accord will keep the identical basic trim lineup, LX, Sport, X, XL, Touring, because the outgoing car, while using 1.5T litre engine offered in all of the 5 levels, the pairing on the smaller engine while using Touring model is completely new for 2018. The 2.0T is usually had in Sport, XL and Touring trims. The 2.0D Sport could be the new addition here, and it also gets a few extra standard features compared for the 1.5T Sport. Pricing ranges from $24,465, including an $895 destination charge, with the 1.5T LX around $36,675 to the 2.0T Touring, and Honda expects most buyers to gravitate for the $26,655 1.5T Sport and the $28,345 1.5TX. Honda: we hadn't revealed pricing for that Accord Hybrid at time of writing, but they also did announce a fresh base model to fit the X, XL and Touring trims. Once again, all Accords purchased in America will likely be built in America, while using cars assembled at Honda's Marysville plant as well as the new turbo engines built nearby Anna, Ohio. Bottom line, this could be the most innovative Accord to return along in ages. Granted, most of what's new from the 2018 Honda Accord is only new for Honda. The Chevy Malibu went along to an all-turbo and hybrid engine lineup in 2016, the Hyundai Sonata did the fastback roof thing in 2011, as well as the Galvin brothers introduced a stereo with knobs in 1930. Still, whenever you put it as a whole, that which you have isn't only the most innovative Accord in years, though the most compelling car for the midsize sedan market. Other manufacturers might be giving lip service on the segment, but Honda is putting its money where its mouth is. I'll be very impressed if the all-new Accord doesn't grow to be an extraordinarily strong seller. 2018 Honda Accord specifications on sale: fall 2017 price $24,445, base engine 1.5 liters turbocharged DOC 16 valve i4 190 seconds, horsepower at 5,500 revolutions per minute, 192 pounds-feet at 1,600 to 5,000 revolutions per minute. 2.0 liters turbocharged DOC 16 valve i4 250 seconds, horsepower at 6,500 revolutions per minute, 273 pounds-feet at 1,500 to 4,000 revolutions per minute. Transmission continuously variable, 10-speed automatic, 6-speed manual layout, 4-door, 5-passenger, front engine, FWD sedan, EPA mileage 30-38 miles per gallon. City/highway LXWXH 192.2 by 73.3 by 57.1 in wheelbase, 111.4 in weight, 3,138 to 3,428 pounds, 0 to 60 miles per hour, and a top speed N.A.